Welcome to the Ill-Informed Podcast. We got the regular crew over here.
We got Big Z Zach.
Bake.
And Kai. And then we have a guest, special guest.
Matt Lamping in the building.
In the
I'm
building.
excited to be here. Thank you for having me on. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Long time listener over here.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
You've been asking to be on, he's been talking about you being on for like.
It's at least a month, right?
Yeah, a good
yeah,
minute.
dude. I just didn't want to bug you guys. I was like, I hit up Jake. I was like, it's cool what you guys do. And Jake was like, dude, hop on. And I was like, I'll wait for him to hit me up. But then I was like, screw it. I was faded yesterday. I was like, let me hit Jake up and see what's going on. But
There you go.
And that's what I told him. I'm like, dude, we do it like weeks notice maybe.
Yeah,
It's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
It's like if you want to be on, just like we do it Sunday, Monday.
We do not have very much of a schedule. Literally, like on like Friday, we're like, what are we doing for this
Having a
podcast?
schedule's the worst though, because when it
That's
just
funny.
comes together last minute, that's when like all the best times happen.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
That's
I feel
cool.
like honestly, some of our episodes right before we started them, we're like, oh, so we're just gonna free ball it. It's like I guess, and then it's like the best episode we've done in
And, like, as long as you're getting it done.
exactly
That's sick.
Weekly.
weekly
Except
episodes.
Except for one. There was one we skipped. No, we didn't skip
No.
because we record 2 in a week.
Uh-huh.
See,
I was
we're
gonna say, we haven't
professional.
missed
Come on
one yet.
We're
Yeah.
professional.
We're pretty on top of it.
I don't want to say this, but every time we have a guest, it seems to be all high school friend.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
we do know Matt from high school.
Yeah,
Did you-
what
did
does
you
that
know-
matter? Doesn't matter.
Did you know him from? Any of you guys know him from middle school or anything? What middle school did you? go
Yeah,
to?
you went to Draper
I
Park.
went to Draper Park for 1
Okay,
year.
so
Yeah, I remember
technically
that.
we do know you from middle school.
Yeah.
Okay.
What elementary?
So I went to Summit
Mhm.
until like 7th grade.
Bro, that's crazy because I fucking hated everybody.
The
that
one
went to
in-
Summit.
I did too. That's why I switched.
The one that's across from Draper Park.
And you switched to
Oh,
what?
really?
I switched to Draper Park. That's where I went in 8th grade.
Oh, okay. So like elementary was straight Summit.
Yeah, I'm pretty strict over there.
Do you know
Middle
Ocala?
school. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
where
that's
I
where my
went.
brother went.
Yeah.
Did they have
Is-
uniforms over there?
Yeah.
Is-
No, that
Every
I was
sucks.
gonna say, is that technically a charter? Is it a charter school?
It's
or
a
what is it?
yeah, it's a charter school. Like, dude, the
It's like-
uniform sucked.
Uniforms.
It's more like
suck.
Juan Diego, right? You gotta pay for that shit.
No,
No.
you don't have to pay for it. It's just harder to get into than like a regular public school because anybody can go to public school, right?
Yeah.
I feel you because I went to Channing Hall.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Same shit. Exact same thing.
We got charters and then like religion.
Private
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
sick.
Juan
I'm public.
Okay.
You know Juan Diego?
My dad said public schools build character.
They
Yeah.
do. Honestly.
Turns you into a
'Cause my mom-
DGen.
my mom was trying to get me to go to Summit, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
Go to
my-
fucking public school.
Yeah, my mom put me in Summit because like my brother got in. So I went to Willow Springs for like like 1 week of 1st grade, I think.
Willow Springs is also crazy.
Yeah, dude, I had a good time for that 1 week, dude. But
Good time for 1 week is crazy. Yeah.
no, but then my mom was like, "Oh, like my brother got into Summit, so like if you have like a sibling in there, it's a lot easier to get into."
True.
And so she wanted me to go there, so I was like, "Okay, cool."
Well, it's like the lottery stitch, right? You like put your name in and they can draw you out of the.
I think
The
the
bowl or
yeah,
whatever the
I
fuck.
think that's
The
basically
bowl?
what it is.
They-
And I was like,
Pull a name out of the bowl.
I
and
think
they're
that's
like,
what it is. I literally think that's what it is.
Yeah.
8B.
8B. You're not like in the.
They got
like-
Powerball.
They
did
did
Powerball.
They'll do it,
Everyone's
and then
sitting in
they'll
the
call you.
lawn and they call you. Oh, that's me.
We got I-7. Your kid's going to Summit.
Your kid's going.
Did they have like free
my
dress
God.
days or anything over there?
yeah, dude.
They
So that was
do.
like my favorite thing in the world. And I had this Nike shirt with like a basketball on it, and it had like headphones over the basketball. I thought it was so sick.
It is kinda
Every-
slick.
Every free dress day.
You heard
I'd wear
his
it.
fit on the free
Oh yeah,
dress days?
it was like on my like we had like free dress coupons at Juan Diego, and I used mine on a Wednesday.
Bro says coupon.
what do you
That's
say?
savage,
it?
dude.
Coupon.
That's a statement using it on a Wednesday, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's
And-
like, damn, come look at me. Nobody else is using theirs on
And
a
dude,
Wednesday.
People were looking at him.
Oh yeah,
Based on
everyone was
his
because
fit.
like
Let's
I
go.
kind of forgot, but Wednesdays are the day at Juan Diego that like half of it is school, the other half is you go to church and then you get off early.
Oh.
Talking
So-
mass.
Yeah, talking
Yeah,
mass.
mass.
So I was out there, and that was just happened to be the day that I was supposed to go up and like. There's part I forget what it's called, but where these roguies will go up and they're like,
Wait, real quick. Did you ever do mass on the grass? I think that's crazy. You never heard of Mass on
We
the
got
Grass?
outdoor day for the Catholics.
You've never.
I'm sure we've done outdoor day, but I don't remember it.
I swear to God, it's called
That's
Mass on
crazy.
the Grass.
That sounds cool.
They really let these
That
Catholics
sounds
go
cool.
out.
It sounds cool.
But go ahead.
But like it was, you go up there and you're supposed to just be like, if it's like a major world event happens, you go, oh, pray for these people, and then everyone in there goes, praise be to God.
Ukraine.
Yeah, like something like that. You go like, praise to the people in Ukraine or something like that. And I get up there and I had like the bedazzled like cross, like the old school t-shirts,
Yeah.
a bedazzled cross t-shirt with the
Like,
long
dude.
sleeves.
Justice.
Damn.
You know
Yeah,
that
like
girl
Justice,
store?
yeah, pretty much like
That's
a Justice
sick.
fit. And I had
That's sick.
like the denim jeans and it was really bad.
It was opium before opium.
Come on now. Come on now. Using my free dress coupons.
Dude, hell yeah, that's sick.
What is Mass on the Grass? We're letting these heathens outside.
Yeah, no, I swear that today at Juan Diego, I know people that go to Juan Diego, my girlfriend,
Yeah.
Fem Fiasco podcast.
Shout out.
but she said they do Mass on the Grass some days.
That's crazy.
Like
they
every other
did.
like 4 Mass, they'll do it outside.
We got these
I don't-
hellborn
the
sinners
thing was,
in
like,
the
I was
Mormon
a kid.
country on the grass.
I was a kid when I went, so like maybe they did it for the older kids, but I was a child when I went, and that shit sucked.
Elementary.
I was in elementary.
Yeah,
A little bit of middle.
But it builds character.
Honestly,
public
I would
school.
say, dude, I will say like 5th grade gave me a little bit of an ego because I went to Sunrise right after, and like.
Fuck
Because it's
Sunrise,
dude, it was really bad. But like you're
Sunrise was
accelerated,
crazy.
so it's a lot
Yeah.
easier. So
I
like
felt that when I switched.
I
and
didn't do
that's why,
I didn't do
like-
shit, and like outside on recess, I was the fucking guy on kickball. Like it gave me an ego, and then I like had ego death 6th grade when I pulled up with a fucking fedora and a vest.
At middle school, you
Like
get
Dude,
fucking
I
I had,
saw-
sunny
I
I
niggas.
saw
had a
you talk
high,
about that,
dude. I had a
man. That's
high to
crazy.
low really quick. Like I went through it all.
That's
Real
super
quick,
funny.
not to dox anybody. Do you guys remember Ari? I'm not gonna say her last name, but she went by Ari. Like,
multiple.
I think so.
I know multiple.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
Yeah.
know multiple, so it's
oh,
hard.
no, Ari or Ari? Oh no, it's Ari. Ari. You remember Ari? She went by Ari instead of
I
Ari.
don't think I do.
You
Give
don't?
me the first letter of her last name.
J.
Yep, I know. I'm thinking of the right one.
No clue.
She
No,
went by Ari, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm with Matt. I don't know.
I got worse
she,
memory
She was
too.
in our Matheson class. She came in late. And everybody's like, "Who's this bitch that knows more than us?"
No.
You don't remember that?
I don't
Still
I remember.
no.
You remember Joseph Copeland was in that class, and he's like, "Fuck her," basically for being smarter.
That's crazy.
I
That's
just
so
doxed
crazy.
Justin. My
No,
bad.
he's good. He
Having
like,
beef with someone for being smarter in
But she
middle
went to
school.
Sunrise. Is why I bring it up.
Oh.
And everybody was like, "Fuck this." She knows more. She was like, what was it? She came in late, and then fucking
like halfway through the year.
halfway through the year, and then the other last half of the year, she didn't even have to do anything because she already knew everything.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Fuck you, dude," because she wouldn't help anybody.
She was already
That's the thing.
like ahead of
Yeah.
the program.
She wouldn't help anybody. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, "This, come on."
Did I already tell my like Sunrise piss story here for water when we had the
On the
water
pod,
fight?
yeah.
I did. Yeah, there's some like I don't know what I feel like if you at Sunrise you just
What
like
was Sunrise?
just the elementary school.
So why do you say fuck? Is it just like
It's just
some
it's really
oddball
shit. It's really
It's like
shitty.
Sandy, no?
Yeah, it's like Sandy.
Yeah,
Like
I used to
would've
play
s-
lacrosse there. Like,
You should've
when
gone
I
to
was,
Ocala,
in
like-
second grade.
Yeah, I would have expected it to be nicer being in Sandy, but like it's
should've-
low key a shithole. And
should've
like
gone
It's
to
all
pretty
the,
like
Ocala,
beat
dude.
down.
like, yeah, like
Like-
all the teachers are like on opiates and like
It's crazy.
No
Is
one really
is
cares.
Sunrise by fucking oh shit.
it's like on 1300 East. It's like
Okay,
off
yeah,
of it
yeah,
at
yeah,
least.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like I remember there's twice the same teacher had to get home early because he had like back surgery. Apparently, the back surgery, like if you like take medicine or I forget exactly how it happens, but like some medicine can lay dormant with your spine surgeries, and if you like move it around or pop it a certain way, can like release it.
Dude, acid
So
does that.
he just like popped his
Yeah.
back like twice and was just high as shit at work because of it. And he's like, I gotta go.
He was
or,
rolling.
or
Yeah.
he just pulled up off the freaking
Yeah, or he
the
just-
pain meds.
yeah.
Dude. He was
Like,
just like, I just
He's
got
got
hydros.
hydros,
dude.
Hydros rolling.
Yeah.
The hydros.
I had
yeah.
my personal 5th grade teacher was beefing with like this one kid, and he tripped and like broke his like hand or something in the classroom, and she was like,
You
"Oh,
brought this one up,
yeah," it was like,
yeah.
"Have a nice trip, see you next fall," and then she tripped
Brutal.
like a couple months later, like broke her foot, and the same kid said that, and she lost her fucking mind.
That's crazy.
Like started yelling at all the kids, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing here.
I'll
That's
give it
crazy.
to
Get me
the
outta here.
teachers. Yell at us. The way we treated some teachers.
yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Sterling.
Miss Sterling. I was just about to say that. That's crazy, dude. We had a math class with Miss
Yep.
Sterling. I freaking, dude, I forgot who it was, but the homie, every time she left the room, he'd take the trash can. We'd shut the door. We'd take the trash can and put it behind the door because she'd usually like leave the door open when she
Were you
walked
in our
out.
were you in our class?
I don't know.
Did
Was
you have
it Jagan? Because if so, then you were in art.
No, it was like I think I had it with like Holden and like Peyton Anderson. Did you guys have a Peyton Anderson?
We had Bodie, Dax, Jagan,
No.
Hayden, me, him.
No, dude, we were freaking like, and Dalton was in there too.
Okay.
Dalton
yeah,
was
we
the
didn't have
homie.
Dalton.
We had a group chat where we'd all just cheat on the tests and shit. And
Yeah.
same scenario, like since you had been to Juan Diego already and you're kind of like ahead, like that whole year, I just bullshitted. like I just screwed
Everybody
around.
did. She sucked.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
screwed around that whole year in every class because I kind of already knew what was going on from Summit, which was like 1+ coming over from Summit.
So,
Yeah.
so you got the songs that she
With the
did.
guitar, with that little
Yeah.
fake guitar.
Yeah, dude. So we'd put the trash in front of the door. She'd open the door. The trash would go everywhere. And it was just so stupid. But every time we thought it was so
I know
funny.
for sure as soon as it fall, everyone would be like, "Who did that?" And they start looking around.
I mean, you heard the stories me and Kaiser were telling from our class. Do you remember? Okay.
I don't know if I did.
Do you remember hearing about, like, at school? Do you remember hearing about Gorf? Or, like, someone got suspended because they put graffiti on one of Miss Sterling's pictures.
Really?
Yeah, that was
I didn't know
Bodie.
about that.
Him, Jagan, and Dax, like, started this thing called Gorf. And before if she wasn't in the classroom when we got there, they would write it all over the whiteboard, and they wrote it on a picture of her with her husband. I don't remember which one did it, but
I don't think it was graffiti, but it might have been.
That's
Like, it might have been like
crazy.
marker.
it was a
Crazy.
Sharpie.
Oh.
It was a
That's
Sharpie.
crazy. With a Sharpie, too?
They were writing it on the
Damn.
calculators, class calculators and everything.
That's crazy.
And, you know,
Just Gorf too. It doesn't
Yeah,
even mean
right.
anything.
they
It's
thought it was
just-
gang related at first. I remember hearing about that.
Oh, yeah, we're in Draper. It's gang related for sure.
For sure.
We got
It's
the
gotta
upper
be.
middle class
That's so
suburb
dumb.
over here, and it's
That's
gang
so
related.
Yeah, dude, all these kids in gated communities, dude. They're so dangerous. They can't let anyone out. They got to put the gate in.
Steeple Jason Draper, baby.
South Mountain. Anybody who lives on South Mountain is not in a fucking gang. I can
Oh,
tell you
dude.
that.
The worst you're doing is sneaking out and smoking weed. That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
And just like other degen shit. Like you guys ever went like fencing or just like water ballooning and shit?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
that's just,
water
like-
ballooning.
Right.
That
Real
shit was
quick,
so
you bring
fun.
up fencing. I don't think it's the same shit, but allegedly, I fucking broke the fence at Channing Hall drifting my Ford Escape. You were with
I
me.
was there, yeah.
And
That's
my
sick.
my license plate fell off. We didn't notice when I left, and we're like, "Oh shit, we gotta go back. They're gonna find that and see this fucking pole bent in."
That's crazy.
And then we took it and we went to Farz's house because he said he had a screwdriver. We screwed it back in, only for my dad to go next morning. What happened last night? I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Your front license plate's crooked."
Your dad,
Like,
your
it looks
dad
straight
will
to
always
me.
know when-
Absolutely.
And I'm like, "I hit a trash can." He's like, "A trash can did that?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "If that's what you say."
Dude, we also used to run around and hit trash cans in the homie's Jeep because the Jeep had like the,
The
front bumper,
bumper.
on it.
Yeah.
You could do
We
anything with
loved
those,
trash
dude.
day, bro. We loved trash day.
Knock it all
Do you
over.
remember when we would walk back in from lunch and we'd have just like trash and like open drinks and shit and like all the open Jeeps and everything? We'd just toss them into the open Jeeps.
Or the the truck bed.
It's crazy.
And, like we used
I
to.
left an open sauce bag. I didn't put it upside down.
Dude,
but I
no,
just
one
left
time
it
you
on there.
did.
Yeah.
No, one time you did.
Did I really?
You put it upside down on the seat. The sauce came out all over the seat, the passenger
We
seat.
were, yeah.
Dude,
Or
oh
we would
my
like be
God.
Dude,
throwing.
and this guy fucking, you remember Grinder, Miss Grinder, the cooking teacher?
Yeah, I
Oh,
was just
yeah.
about to say this.
In high school?
Grinder. Did she have red hair?
Yeah.
Yep.
The
I
food
remember
teacher.
her. She was loco.
She didn't lock her car. He opened her trunk and left it open.
Like we would just like be
What?
walking in and we'd just
No
be like
way,
trying
dude.
to open trunks.
We
and,
did
like,
that, like,
open-
every time.
Yeah, and
That's
like just one
crazy.
time she just forgot
And
to
it was
lock her car,
Grinders.
and we just faculty lounge
crazy.
spot just.
Luckily, no alarms went off, but we did do that a lot. We would just go into class and like hit people's like trunks.
Dude, we were straight up horrible people in high school.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
Dude,
yeah.
it's just all part of being a kid, though, too.
I was
It's-
worse in
Yeah.
elementary and middle school. I got a little bit better in high school, but I was still kind of a prick.
Mine was the opposite, dude.
Yeah, I think I was kind
Peter
of the-
Priesthood until I was like 13 or 14.
Peter
and then-
Priesthood over here.
Yeah, I saw it was D-Gen season and was like, oh, shit, dude. Game over.
I'll tell you what, dude. One of the only, I mean, I should say the only because everything else was almost, but the only fight I've been in was in elementary school with my best friend.
Damn.
Me and one of my other friends stole. It was winter. We stole his shoes and socks, and then went to the top of the slide. And my friend was blocking the stairs. I was blocking the slide. He would crawl up. I'd push him down. And once we decided to get down, he's barefoot over here
That's
on ice
brutal.
and snow.
That's
We
brutal.
give him the socks back. We're like, sorry, it was it was just a joke. He punched me in the face.
Dang.
Right by the portables. I shoved him, and he fucking tackled me. Bro was pissed.
Yeah.
I didn't stand a chance.
I would be
It's
too.
kind of fair though.
He was heated.
Oh no, he was no 100. I'm not saying I'm anywhere near the.
Oh,
right in this
okay,
situation.
okay.
No, It was like it was like all of recess, like 30 minutes.
Dude, recess, like,
In the winter.
Yeah.
The times, dude. Recess was the times.
I remember when people would, like, I don't know if you guys had this, but Sunrise used to do it where if you finished your lunch early, you could go out and play recess.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh yes.
kids would be choking trying to, like, shovel that shit down so they could go out and get another round of
Yeah.
kickball.
Never had that, dude. Lucky.
Yo, bro, go play football only for it to get banned like a year later.
Dude, there
Because
was...
they wouldn't let us do it.
I know your girlfriend Venice knows this, but there was this kid at Juan Diego, and no one liked him. He just kind of sucked. But, like, he was just kind of a dick. There's one time where I don't remember what he was doing. He tried to, like, eat a banana in, like, one bite or some shit. And dude legitimately, like, all of a sudden started, like, throwing up blood, like, right next to me.
What?
Like,
No way.
it was crazy. Like, I
That's
remember I was,
insane.
like, throwing my food out because, like, the way they had it was at the end of lunch, they had all the trash cans, like, up front.
Mm-hmm.
I, like, went up to toss it. And the dude's like, "Whoa!" It's like chunking blood. And, like,
That's
he's like,
crazy.
call 911.
That's probably not
and I was, like,
good.
4 years old. And I was like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Just walked away.
He said the kid said call 911.
Dude, he was throwing up blood.
Well, dude, you know what's
Yeah,
crazy
that's
about
brutal.
that?
That's definitely not good.
You gotta go to the hospital. You gotta go to the ER. Same shit happened at my elementary school.
Really.
This dude named Gray, we were running up the hill. After
Hate
school.
that name. My bad.
Great.
Just had to throw that in
Same
there.
Trash
shit's
name.
Weird.
I
He had
agree.
white hair.
The only one I knew I didn't like, I just had to throw that in
Ruined
real
it
quick.
for the rest of them.
Ruined it for the rest of them.
Anyways, dude, we were running up the hill, Ocala. It's on South Mountain, so there's a steep ass hill. He starts sprinting because his mom's there or something. I don't know. And he runs into a fucking sign, splits his head, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" And he's sitting there like barely conscious. Everybody's
That's
like, "What happened?" He's like, "I read a sign,"
That's
and no one did anything
That's
because we didn't have
insane.
fucking cell phones.
That's brutal.
No one
Yeah.
there did.
What do you mean no one did anything? Obviously someone had to attend.
Everyone's
to
like
it.
looked at him
Eventually,
like,
yeah.
whoa,
I'm saying the
crazy.
kids because I went into I helped in my dad's defender, and he's like, "We got to go to Taekwondo. Hurry and put this on."
Of course your dad was just like, yeah. Your dad was just like, yeah, we have no business
There's
with
a kid
this.
bleeding out right over like 10 feet away. They're like, oh, put your gi on.
Nothing to do with me, bro. Nothing to do with me.
I didn't even mention it because I'm like, "Oh shit, I gotta go do Taekwondo."
He saw his friend split his head open. He's like, oh, fuck. Taekwondo's in 15 minutes, dude.
And then,
We're gonna
then
be
we're on the
late.
way. I'm in my fucking, karate ass
In your
uniform.
gi, bro.
Yeah, and he's blasting Ti. I completely forget that my friend just split his head open.
Best way to go to
Couldn't have been-
Taekwondo,
He
plastic
couldn't have been that
TI.
much your friend if you just let him fucking sit there
Here's the
bleeding.
thing,
He's
he
like,
was-
my best friend. I had to leave him for Taekwondo. I had to.
That's
He was my
crazy.
best friend's best friend.
Oh,
was
word.
insane.
So there was
like,
there might have been a little bit of beef there.
Yeah.
There was
Because
a
it's
little
like,
bit
yo,
of
that's
beef
my
aside.
best friend.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, I don't care. I was fucking rolling with the big dogs in elementary if I wanted to, so I didn't really care.
Hell yeah.
I definitely
Hey,
peeked
listen,
in
because
elementary.
Dalton went to Ocala. I was homies with him, and he was like number one.
Number one.
at Ocala, dude.
I love Dalton. He's
The
a dog.
power rankings of an elementary school.
I had some of the baddest bitches ask me to be their Valentine, and I would say no. In fact, there's one girl that I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna say her
Reminiscent
name.
over
I don't
here.
want to embarrass her. But she had her
He
friend.
does tell the story often.
I've told it a few times.
mean,
It's like me talking about my
He's proud
boat.
of it. He is proud of the story.
It's like me talking about my boat. You know her because she was kind of popular in high school, but I'm not gonna say her name. Not even first name.
But you're gonna
just in
tell me
case.
later.
Yeah, we'll tell you later.
Yeah, yeah. She had her other friend come up to me, ask me to be her Valentine. I said, no, I don't do that. And then I asked out the other bad bitch to be my Valentine. And the thing is,
He
they were
said, "I
both in
don't
my
do
class.
that."
They're both in my class. I'm like, I could never post some
Playa.
shit like that. No.
Oh.
I was
Dude, yeah,
different.
you gotta tell her, bro. If she wants to talk to me, tell her to come talk to me.
She's married now.
Mary.
I'm sorry.
Did you guys ever do
Marriage.
like Valentine's in
Marriage
elementary
crazy.
school?
That's what I was talking about.
But no. Like
What's
you
the
had
first
like a
name
little,
of the dude she's married to?
I don't know. He didn't go to our school.
where you had like little shoe boxes and you decorate them and you'd like drop little candy in.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know
Did you do
who
that?
he's
Yeah,
talking about, but I don't know who he's
You had to
talking
give
about.
everybody a
We'll
card.
get there.
I
info.
remember
We'll get out.
I had a
of
few
them.
crushes and I'd be like, yo, we gotta lock. We have to get like nice candy for my crushes.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then I
we
would
gotta
put
write a poem on that.
Yep, I'd put anonymous love letters and be like, I think you're gorgeous, and then give them like a king size Twix bar.
That's game right there.
Yeah,
dude.
and then-
Game is game.
That's what I'm saying. And then like no one talked to me afterwards, and I'd be like, they know though.
They know.
They know.
They know what
no
it
one
is.
knew.
Hey, for lack of a better term, bro, all my Riz was spent in elementary school.
It was spent.
It's all spent.
It was gone after that, dude.
Dude, he was a Riz millionaire, and then he just ran out.
Yeah.
I was
He
like,
retired early.
I'm like one of
Spent
the
it early.
basketball players that ends up homeless. That's what happened
Oh.
with my Riz.
Who's that fool? Delonte West.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dude, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that. That shit's sad, but it's like, Be smart.
Come
See,
on.
here's
now.
what I'm
Like,
saying.
it's so
Smarter.
hard. It's so hard. I feel like people have to try to be that dumb sometimes.
Be smart or be better.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking
Skill gap.
Work harder.
Speaking
Yeah.
of, Dalton invested that shit because he made it all the way with the Riz.
Yeah.
Low key,
He's a smart
is
investor.
he pulling? Is
Yeah.
he pulling
he's pulling.
to this day?
At least I know he was in high school at the beginning.
1,000%.
He made it through middle school. I stopped 5th grade. I was done. Spent it all, dude.
Dude, I never. Dude, sometimes I look back at high school and I'm like, dude, what happened to all these like pretty girls I dated?
Yeah.
But then I feel like I go through waves. I feel like I'll like talk to pretty girls and then my phone's dry as hell. And then I'll talk to pretty girls. It's all just effort though, honestly.
I have the same problem.
It's like I don't
Same
have the
problem.
effort sometimes. Like we were talking about earlier, sometimes I just want to lay in my bed and watch anime, and that's it.
Dude.
Yeah.
So
Like,
true.
It's so easy.
I don't want
to
to talk
do
to
that.
anybody.
Yeah.
So easy to do that. And you know what? These guys know better than anybody. I'll bring up like some people I could have pulled or slightly pulled in high school, and I'm like, yeah.
He
How the
gave it
fuck?
up. He
What
gave
happened?
Yeah. He gave it all
it up. Dropped
up.
the bag. He fumbled.
I fumbled, dude. The two of them ended up doing modeling shit, and I'm like, hey, dude.
I will say, like,
Damn.
if you look at the strict resumes, Jake has some bad fumbles in his career.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible,
Like,
dude.
pretty bad.
If
Damn.
we're like treating it like fantasy football wise,
Oh.
like
Last every year.
Yeah.
In
like,
fumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've
He's like
definitely
position
had
rank
some
160.
fumbles.
He's just
Why are we
mad
toasting
fumbles.
Jake?
Below
Don't get me
Mr.
wrong.
Hey.
Love him to death. He still showed
Oh,
up
yeah,
to
yeah.
practice every day.
Okay.
You know,
Worked his
he
ass
worked
off.
his ass
okay.
off, but just
I'm
No,
like
but it
Melvin
happens.
Gordon.
game
It
to game to
happens.
game time. He
You know
just
Melvin
Practice
Gordon?
being school.
Nobody, no.
He was on the Broncos.
Dude, I don't know NFL,
He
dude.
shows up to practice every day. Maybe at one point he was good. Now he just can't stop fumbling the fucking ball.
that's
If you
it.
know who Melvin Gordon is, I think that's fair.
That's fair. That's a fair
About as close as I could get.
fair comparison.
Yeah.
And then he got booted. He's a free agent. No one's
Free
picked him
agent.
up.
No one's paying him.
So
Damn,
Don't-
dude,
don't-
But hey, there can always be a comeback story. Like I said, put
No,
that work
if,
in.
it-
Joe.
if it's football, he's too old.
Well, we're not
but-
talking about that. We're talking about
We're
Jake
talking
coming
about
back.
Jake Bell, baby.
don't
Yeah.
count out Jake yet. Don't count him out.
No, don't count him out.
Yeah, don't count him out. No way.
I'll
Never.
lose some
He's
weight. I'll
a-
lose some weight. We'll get
The
there.
thing is, he's a risky investor. You know.
The thing is too is like, I always like we talked about this earlier before we even hopped on.
Mhm.
I was never close, like super close with any of you, but
Mhm.
like you and Kai, like I just like seen you guys around, knew you guys were cool. I'd see you at parties, we talk little. Didn't
Yeah.
know you super well,
Right.
which is a bummer because you're funny as hell too.
Appreciate
But like
you.
no glaze, just trying to hype the
Hey,
homies up.
we
Yeah,
brought
no,
it. We brought
appreciate
it
it.
up on the podcast. We pulled him from the depths of a theater kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, love that,
Yeah.
love that.
Ugh.
But I always remembered you, Jake, as just like a funny ass kid. Like you could
I was
always
always
just
pulling
make
at some
everybody laugh, and that's huge with girls. Like people don't realize how big that is. Like
Even
obviously looks is cool, but like you'll see the ugliest guy with a dime, and like he's either funny or just like treats her really well, or
Yeah.
both. So like,
Appreciate
or
it.
he's just
but
dry.
you're pretty as well.
Yeah.
So like,
Appreciate
You're
that.
gorgeous.
you're gorgeous.
Oh, shit. Got me blushing on the pod.
Look at them locks and those crystal blue eyes.
Damn, dude.
Nah, bro.
Jake's mewing over here.
Yeah, no, I need to be on that mute and shit. I rewatch these podcasts. I'm like, where's that? Why does that guy have a double chin? The whole fucking podcast.
Sometimes I'll watch the podcast and I'm like, this guy looks fucking gross. I don't know what it is. My hair looks mad greasy on film, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
it literally looks like I have like chocolate icing as my hair.
No, I get it.
It's so
Sometimes I'm
bad.
subconscious about how my nose looks for some reason.
Really?
That's kind of
Mm.
random.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate myself on video. Like I used to, dude. I got asked for like a fit check once. You know, like those TikTok guys. I was at like a flea market, and the guy was like, "Oh yeah, let me get a fit check," and I was like, "Yeah, dude, like totally cool." As soon as the camera turns on, I just like shut off, dude. Like I hate being in front of the camera,
Yeah.
and
You
then
can
I'm
barely
like
see it. You can
self-conscious
barely
about.
see it.
But yeah, but it's like everybody's like pretty self-conscious about themselves in a way. I hate how I sound on camera, dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
Like,
same.
but that's
Yeah,
pretty much
bro.
everyone. It's just like, that's not exactly how we sound. It's just everything's a little
Yeah.
different.
One
with
thing I've
camera.
100%
And
noticed
everyone
is-
perceives shit differently.
Yeah,
too.
I was just
yeah,
about to say, like,
1000%.
Yeah.
might hate something about yourself. It's like people don't even see.
Exactly.
People don't even know.
exactly.
Like, 9 times out of 10, people do.
Dude,
not
I used to
notice.
hate my eyes, and like now that's like, I don't get complimented a ton, but like when I do get complimented, it's usually my eyes.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, you have pretty eyes. I'm like, oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You
I
got
hated
the
my
type
eyes.
shit.
Stop.
You got the type shit where it changes with the shirt type thing.
Dude, I don't know.
Makes the
It's- when
eyes
I wear
pop.
something blue, they pop.
Ooh.
Right, okay,
Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel okay.
One thing I will say about like listening to myself.
I mean, here I don't wear shit that's shit brown very often.
Yeah.
So
Nah,
I
bro,
can't.
but
I will
You know what I
say,
mean?
like the people
Hey,
with
we
the
got
brown
an even
eyes.
split. We got 2 Aryan, too shit color.
Yeah.
It makes me so mad.
Hey,
'cause
at least I can go out in the sun and not
Yeah.
have to
no.
Hey,
squint
you
as
know, the
much.
headaches
So
and
bad.
Is that a
shit.
real thing?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
headaches too.
I get like the worst. Like my eyes are so sensitive, it's bad.
Lighter
That's a real
color. Yeah,
thing?
lighter color
It's
eyes
real.
can't have a harder time seeing in the sun. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
real, dude.
Hey.
No, I get fucking headaches about it. I get headaches about it.
if that's
headaches
worth,
about
if
it.
that's worth anything to death.
Think
Thing is,
about it, bro.
like,
I wear my sunglasses
20,
every
yeah,
all
that's
the
so
fucking
true.
time.
That's true.
You know, so I don't have to deal with it anymore.
I think what the thing is, like, if I had green eyes, bro, I'd be unstoppable. Like,
Green
genuinely.
eyes,
I feel that,
Dude, I
bro.
feel like
Yeah,
if I
sometimes.
had green eyes and the brown hair, and I just like you know, people have intimidatingly blue eyes. I feel like it'd be like that, where I just like stare at someone and be like, whoa.
Dude, it's like the. You guys ever seen somebody with
trying to
like?
abduct me, bro?
You've seen somebody with like brown skin, blue eyes, like insanely rare,
Mhm.
but it's like that is
Shit
like
goes crazy.
It's
like
nuts.
model status, like immediately,
Yeah.
like the prettiest people,
It bumps
Crazy.
you up. I think if you have good eyes, it bumps you up
1000%.
100%.
I want to go back to the fucking. I want to see if anybody releases this about the hearing your voice
Yeah.
type shit. I got two things that annoy me, and it just switches between them every single time. I either sound like some annoying kid, or I sound like I've been smoking for 80 years. And I fucking I sound like I'm on death row or something, like I'm about to die.
For me, I feel like I sound mad nasally. Like whenever I hear myself, I'm like, yo,
I get that sometimes. Too.
who is this like 14-year-old nerd who needs to go to the allergist? Like,
Actually,
actually, like I don't know. I feel like I legit sound like that dude sometimes, like 100%.
No, I feel that for sure. I don't even know what I think my voice sounds like. I just hear it and turn it off. I'm just like,
It's
what
like,
is
nah, not
this?
today. I do feel like the podcast though, like while we've been doing it, I do not care anymore.
I care a lot less.
You
now.
can't, bro.
Like,
You
yeah.
can't, because if you nitpick everything, then you're just like, every little thing, it's just gonna start bugging you. You can't live your life
It's
that
so
way.
annoying. Like,
Bro, especially me.
We're talking
Like,
whole
I
core.
hear it so much. I think, trust me, like our voices are
Editing
so.
it and everything,
Our
yeah.
voices
Yeah.
are so normal to me now. Like
Yeah.
it's like we all sound like the same.
Oh, yeah.
And here's the
100%.
thing. Like, luckily, none of us here have a very obviously annoying voice.
Right.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Thank
for
God.
sure.
Because then this podcast. Is
You really mean it?
Yeah.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, the obviously annoying voice. You'd probably notice it yourself. Because that shit. I mean,
That's true. That's true.
I know some people and they're like, I hate my voice. I'm like, you should. You fucking suck.
Yeah, good, bro. Keep that shit up.
Bro, your voice is like sandpaper sometimes.
Oh my god.
I think there's a difference between a unique voice and a bad voice. Like, there's
Yeah.
some people who have unique voices, and I'm like, yo, your voice is cool.
Yeah.
But then there's some people I'm like, yo, you need to stop talking
Dude.
forever.
This guy I work with,
Mm.
freaking anchorman voice, like radio voice,
Whoa.
literally like best voice I've heard like in person.
Does he talk
I'm gonna
like
sound
an
like I said,
anchorman?
I'm glazing him right now, bro. It sounds like I'm glazing him, but like no, and he sells so much too, and I'm like
Oh.
kind of
We're
convinced.
talking
I'm like,
cars? Or
no,
what? The thing where
we've-
you're working at right now?
yeah, the place I'm at right now, and he like, dude, he sells so much, and his voice is
That's
like
probably
that of
why
an
he
angel.
sells, yeah,
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
100%.
imagine if I had that voice and like I was as good looking as him, like I would sell tons too.
Oh.
Yo,
Tell him
pretty
to like get into
privilege is fully
ASMR or
real, bro.
something.
Yeah,
Oh
for real,
yeah,
dude.
100%. Girls with fucking
1000%.
cream. if it's the voice I'm thinking of.
Hey everybody, welcome back.
You got Anchorman voice. Does he talk like an Anchorman? Does he like, so we got this nice line of code here, or something like that?
Damn near, dude. But it's
That's
like so
crazy.
solid.
But
It's
he's
like
obviously
radio
Line
voice.
of
Yeah.
code here.
He's like, so we got some string theory code, and then we've got some Boolean.
Here you go.
What's Boolean?
That's
Yeah.
JavaScript.
Oh.
What's string theory code?
I don't remember. I did a class, like one class on it.
See, when I say I sell tech, like I don't know anything about the tech side. I just, I just know the product and sell it.
Bro,
Like-
it's just fucking. I'm trying to. There's a show where a guy works somewhere and he just doesn't do anything, and no one finds out. What, I mean, or there might be
It's
a
like
show.
my
where that
life right now.
Yeah.
Fucking George Costanza, when he gets that job at the baseball for the Yankees,
Never
he
seen it,
doesn't. He
dude.
doesn't do
Seinfeld?
anything, and the fucking boss is like, "You're doing a great job, George." He's like,
Yeah,
"Yes, sir."
I've
He
never
doesn't
seen
fucking-
that.
He just goes on the field and meets the players because he's a fan or whatever.
That's sick.
But that's what you are. So watch it.
Costanza.
That's what
You're
I am.
George
Is that
Costanza.
Seinfeld?
That's what my numbers
Seinfeld.
look like. Damn.
Have you seen Seinfeld?
Seinfeld?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in
Like,
Seinfeld. That's what I'm talking
Dude, the guy from, was it the guy from Seinfeld died like a year or two ago, or was it Friends?
It was
Oh, Friends.
Friends. Yeah.
Dude, I didn't know about that until like 2 weeks
Matthew.
ago.
Matthew.
I didn't get
I'm
brought
so
up.
out of touch. Like it's
Perry.
crazy.
Matthew Perry.
Matthew
How did
Matthew
it get brought
Perry.
up where you
Yeah,
found
rip
out?
Matthew Perry. I loved him.
Was it them opening the investigation for murder? Because they did.
Whoa,
that.
whoa, what?
Yeah, I heard. I saw something on Instagram. Was like the investigation's open. I don't watch the news, and then like I'll
Same.
delete my social media every once in a while. So if I don't see it on social media, and like I'm literally out of touch with people outside of work for the most part, that like my family doesn't talk about celebrities or anything either. So I just didn't even see it, and then I saw that, and I looked at my coworker. I was like, "This dude died," and he was like, "Yeah, like a long ass time ago. Like it's been a minute."
Yeah.
Well, there's a whole theory about it. Like,
That someone died, they killed
That's
him?
what I looked
Yeah.
into. Yeah.
well, like that he was like not. You know how like people
Well,
like
drowned.
he drowned in a
Like-
jacuzzi in his own house.
You're just gonna drown in your own jacuzzi.
Was he on
Come
drugs
now.
or something?
Supposed, and they're always gonna say that.
Yeah,
it was
true.
like Ambien or something though. It was something like weird,
He's not
like
doing
not your
fentanyl, he's
not your
rich.
typical like drug that you'd overdose on.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Because here's the thing: he's got money. He's not getting anything shitty if he's doing drugs.
And there was this whole thing
Yeah.
about how
You know.
he wrote a book, and he said if he's ever, because it was like a mental health book or something along the lines of that, like whatever. And he put something along the terms of like if I ever am in need of help, I'll put like the Batman symbol, or like I'll say something about like the Batman, and then
Okay.
Like-
that's a good
like
idea.
yeah, like 3
Yeah.
or 4 days before he drowned, he posts on his Instagram
Really.
the Batman.
I didn't
You know,
see
like
all
the
that.
Batman in the fucking, you know, when he
The
shines the spotlight, right? He posted that. So that was another weird thing that I thought was really.
That is kind
Hey,
of creepy.
Yeah.
I get what you know. He probably got murdered because back when I had the Fred Smith and Finkel on TikTok, there was one time I was saying some crazy shit, and I ended it with, "If I killed myself, no, I didn't."
Right.
It's the same shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't really think anybody was gonna come after me. It was kind of a joke, but
Yeah.
people say that type of shit, and that's a similar thing. So like, kind
Well,
of.
that's
like,
why I did not know about the whole like. I didn't even know it was open for murder.
They just reopened it this year. I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
I didn't-
Yeah, that's the only reason I saw it.
I didn't know that. So
Dang.
thank you for telling me that. I didn't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, there's like 4 suspects right now. Something
One
like
of
that.
them's me.
How about the
Yeah.
suspect just be the government? How about that?
Why would the government kill
What did
Probably
Mayor
is.
Hill do about it? They would kill fucking Cat Stevens and Dave Chappelle before they
Oh, 100%.
So we didn't hear about
Yeah.
Kobe and how he was like about he was doing a court case against what?
Who? Kobe Bryant?
Yes. He was about to like expose like Big Pharma or something. I swear to God. And then his helicopter. No disrespect.
I just haven't heard.
Not me neither.
That's just the
The
conspiracy
goat.
behind that.
I'm just
The
gonna throw
goat.
that out there
My
The
God.
next
goat.
to Jordan.
Yes, sir.
Also, wait, talking about that and him being the goat and Jordan as well. How about the Jordan conspiracy? Like how he like is that
Faked
proven
his
that?
stats. You know what
No,
we're talking about?
well, no. My homie was talking about that the other day because he's a LeBron fan, but that shit just pisses me off.
That's
Yeah.
BS.
But
So you didn't-
yeah,
how is
I
he
know
gonna do that?
it's
Stupid.
BS. But the conspiracy that he had to go play baseball because he had to leave the league for gambling, but they're not gonna like. Have you guys heard about that?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I hadn't either for a while. Like I had heard about it, but I didn't know. Like the homie's telling me it's like pretty proven. Like it's damn near
Damn.
like proven true.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, he was a huge gambler, right?
Okay.
Big drinker, big gambler. Legend has it that he was like getting booted from the NBA because of his gambling. Because you can't be gambling, you can't be sports betting or anything like that.
Talking Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. As
man.
long as you're
Right.
in like in a professional sport, right? And a legend has it he got booted out of the NBA, but in order to like, because he changed the game.
Yeah.
He was the NBA, exactly. That's a great way to say it. He went to play baseball and they were fine with that, and then he like came back later, right?
On the Wizards.
On the Wizards,
Mhm.
which is so sad to see. Anybody going to the Wizards is going to be
Side note:
ass.
I did a presentation on him in elementary school.
Yeah, sick, dude. Did you guys do the presentations? You had to read like an autobiography or a biography and then dress up as them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Oh.
remember that.
I was
Sick.
like some fucking Italian dude.
Really?
I don't remember what he
Word.
was.
Dwight
See, because we got to sign shit, dude.
Yeah,
I got some like,
I was like Dwight
sailor or
Howard.
some shit.
You didn't do blackface, did you?
No,
You're not gonna get us in trouble. If we
no,
blow up.
no way.
This-
that would have been crazy.
That
This
would've
was
been
probably the worst presentation. I had to do a presentation, and in history class, and for for some reason, one of the questions was like, "Where were you on 9/11?" type shit. It was in 8th grade.
I was just born. Baby.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
we
was
were
like,
all-
I wasn't born. I was like 1 month. I was like born for a month, but for
I
some
was chilling in
reason,
my crib.
yeah, and like I remember when I was making the presentation, I was like, it says to include pictures. So like on that like slide of the presentation, the entire slide is like, because I didn't know how to like shrink the pictures down at the time. I just knew how to like make the entire slide a picture. The entire slide is like 144p of like the Twin Towers falling.
Oh my god.
Dude, never forget. Dude.
I was just like
That's
standing there.
crazy, dude. What?
And I was like, I was born a month after 9/11, and it's just literally just the Twin Towers falling.
listen,
And I was
bro.
like,
I don't think your
Ed-
parents.
educational.
yeah,
I
it
don't
was
think
so
your parents
funny.
are trying to take a picture of their fucking infant when this happens.
Yeah,
Like, how are you supposed to put a
yeah. I
picture
was
of
just like,
yourself?
what am I supposed to put?
My mom went, oh shit. Let me go take a picture of Jake.
Let's see what
Sleeping
Jake's
in my
doing right now.
Let's see what Jake's up to.
Zach like somehow edits it like himself,
He's
like
by the tower.
Yeah. This is where I was on 9/11.
Poking his head out the window of the plane.
Just like baby infant Zach is like, oh, he's falling off the building.
They
or
like
something.
found me on like the Pentagon wreckage.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
He was one of the people that hijacked the plane.
Dude.
Like, where were you on 9/11? Just a picture of me in the cockpit, just like.
Little baby like wrapped up in a blanket in the cockpit.
That's crazy.
Like in the Grinch when he's falling from the sky.
In the basket. It's just him in one of those in the cockpit.
And then Zach was adopted.
You know, I got adopted.
He survived a plane crash into the Pentagon as an infant.
They like threw me off. That's how they threw me off the plane, and I was in the little.
Could you
they
imagine?
parachuted him down.
Could you imagine describing that to
Crazy.
your classmates?
No.
That's why it was so
That's
hard. I don't know what to
crazy.
He didn't have a
Nobody
picture
believes
because-
you, but
Yeah,
it's
nobody
real.
believes me, bro.
And he's a domestic terrorist. He doesn't want to get out of here. You know, he doesn't want to get deported.
Yeah, now you know my. Now you guys know my story, my true story.
Ice.
It's
Come
crazy
on now.
Now we have our title. Zach is a terrorist.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know if you could put terrorist in a title.
Is that
Probably
a
not.
sleeper cell?
I'll probably honestly will mute me saying.
You could say
that.
Zach hijacked the plane.
That's true.
Could we say that?
You could say that.
I'm fine if you say that.
Hijacked
but-
the plane. We're not talking about specifics here.
Yeah, we said. I said
a
the
plane.
plane. I think
Or-
the plane
Or yeah, you could do a plane.
A plane in 2001.
on September.
Or you could just say like hijacked a plane in September.
Zach was there. Where was Zach on 9/11?
Real quick. Real
Yeah.
quick.
Solid. I like that
That's a
one.
good one.
That
That's
one's
pretty
fine.
good. I think that's a winner.
Side note: when we're like really quiet here for like 2 seconds, or like when like one person's talking, the crickets are loud because
Yeah.
there's literal crickets right over here, and they're loud. So
I
it makes
think we're
you.
boring, dude.
Yeah. So we have to keep it up. You know what I mean?
Keep
can't
the,
be-
keep the entertainment
Yeah.
at 100%.
Dude, imagine
All
No
one of
dead
us-
air.
Imagine one of us makes an unfunny joke and all you hear is the
Crickets.
crickets.
Dude, that'd be
crickets,
so
yeah.
bad.
Brutal.
Comedic genius, honestly.
Bro, speaking of sound, is mine up loud enough? Did
Oh,
I
yo-
fuck with it?
Even if it's not during editing, I'll make it so we're all equal.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I
my
didn't want to
fucking-
say it on the pod, but there I did.
Yeah,
You're good.
You're good.
We're discussing a title on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like,
Usually these two mics are a lot louder, and then these two are.
look at
a
me,
lot
dude.
quieter.
I'm spiking
So-
with every word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's kind of.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's, especially like sometimes we'll get into like debates when we have a guest episode and we have these ones out, and it's just we'll get loud, and no matter where you have it, they're just peaking every single
Yeah.
word, and he
Yeah.
has to change it.
Makes sense.
But do we want to like? I mean, we've already. This is a quick episode. I'll say that we've already. It's
Yeah.
almost 40 minutes, and it feels like we've been sitting here for 20.
I mean, we could just drop down on a quick one. if
What's
we
your
want to.
What's your Roman Empire? Should we do
Yeah.
that? Last little.
Or if
I
we
don't
would
have
survive in a Roman Empire.
we could.
What,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What are we doing?
If you could do it, would you survive? Like, would you? If you were put in the
If
situation,
you could do it.
would you survive in the Roman Empire? Like, would you fight?
If we had to be put in the Roman Empire, are we gonna last?
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Let me ask
Right.
you this. Are we born into it, or are we going now to the Roman Empire from how we just get transported back in
say
time?
say we're like 16-year-old kids.
Uh-huh.
So we're all like pretty peak, like, you know, you can develop a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you had the training and the tools given to you, do you think you could survive in the Roman Empire? Say we're like 15, 16.
And then
We
back
gotta
in the
we gotta
time.
be ready by the time we're 18.
Okay, but are we going back in time at 15 and 16? So like we're living our lives here up until 16, and then we go to the Roman Empire.
No, we're born into it.
Okay.
but we're not like.
I think if I make it out of like being an infant, I think I'll live.
Okay.
Because the thing is, in those times, it's like a flex to be 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
that's
like,
facts.
if
so
I-
we probably would have to start way younger than that.
Yeah.
huh?
So I bet if I
10.
if I make it there, I feel like I can make it.
That's true.
But I just-
true
'cause, like, if-
warriors, they'll start
Oh, yeah.
when they're
Because like if we went
4,
back
dude.
now, like we like at our current age, went just back, we'd be like pretty old.
yeah.
We'd be like
See, the
halfway
thing
through our
is,
life
like,
because like the
what's
max was
difference?
40.
What's the difference, right?
What?
You know, because like we're completely genetically different from them
Yeah,
now
true.
at this point.
Yeah.
So you think when back in time when they were 22 or 23,
They'd be dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the
Or
life expectancy was like 40.
so they wouldn't be how like we're developed right now.
They'd
would
probably be like damn near retired.
Yeah.
just
And
because
they're probably in the best shape in the world.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Well, because it's just crazy because they're in the best shape. Like they're yoked, like they're specimens,
Yes.
but like they have no access to like clean water or like
That's
pretty
true.
much
I
like
never
any
thought of that.
medicine.
That's
So like
crazy.
if you do get like, let's say you fight like 100 people and one of them like slices your arm, you have no medicine, you lose an arm.
so you're
Like,
telling me that
They had like
The-
snake oils and shit. I don't
Well,
know if
yeah,
any of
but,
them
like-
worked,
you're telling me that people back in the day when they were in the Roman Empire age, when they were 23, they were about to retire.
They're like middle aged.
well, also do
Life
yeah,
ex-
but they might have been
life-
hold on, they might have been middle aged, but they're not.
Life
They're not like where they can't
like-
like they're obviously they were like still they could still do what they like.
Well,
be
yeah,
active
no,
and-
I'm not saying they can't, but
Well-
I'm just saying the life like the odds of you getting to like 22 years old now is pretty much 100% unless you get like some crazy disease. The odds of getting to 22 then is like 30%.
Here's the thing. Here's all I'm saying. Our 22 right now is like they're 50.
Yeah,
That's all I'm saying.
like you could still do stuff, but like you're just
So your body was 50 years old when you were 23. Is that
No, I
right?
mean they're getting closer to death is all I know.
yeah.
That's
'Cause,
a
like,
weird. That's a weird thing.
When you
to
get
think about.
older, like your body needs like help to maintain
right?
it's everything, and they
Right.
don't have anything, and they
That's
don't have
true.
like I said, like they didn't
Western
really have.
medicine.
Imagine if they saw LeBron at 40 years old.
Oh
back in the
my
Roman Empire, he would
God.
be like a fucking god. Like,
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
sorry,
he
can I
really,
say that?
realistically
Can I say that?
would.
Yeah.
Catholicism. bro.
Yeah, it
LeBron
literally
is
yeah, no, he
Jamesism
like
or something.
and like the fact that he spends like $2 million on his body a year, and like they didn't like what are they spending on they're not doing anything for their body, right? Like they have
if
Yeah.
they wanted
yeah,
that.
They got like grapes and like
And
rotten
wine.
food that just been like
recovering on some wine instead of beers, dude.
They're like
That's
tying
fire.
plants over like for like flesh wounds.
yeah they're
Yeah.
like they have like a huge gash on their arm. They're like, oh, just put a leaf on it.
Yeah.
That's
like, oh,
crazy. to
cool,
think
dude.
about.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
insane.
But back to the question. So you think if you make it past like toddler?
Yeah, if
you'd
I
live?
make it past like prepubescent, I think I could be a good ass soldier.
Yeah. I'll
I'll agree with that. I'll agree.
I'm gonna say about the same thing too. The only reason I asked you that question before, I'm like, if we went back in time, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
I have to be
1000%.
born into it, 100%. If I go now, dude, they're like, you got to do all this shit or you're gonna die in there. I'm like, well, I don't really want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because your mind's not like
I don't have to-
programmed
I don't
to
have to
do
fight
that
someone to
every
the
day.
death.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I just looked it up and it said life expectancy at birth in the Roman Empire was around 22 to 33 years old.
See, that's
so
crazy.
crazy.
So like we'd be like pretty close to
So
being.
like the
That's such a-
10-year-olds are probably like ripped, jacked, going ham
yeah,
in the war.
dude.
We're talking
That's
like
so
60,
crazy, though.
70,
'Cause, like-
80
Like
at
if
20 years
yeah,
old.
like we'd drop down
That's
there and they'd be
insane.
like, holy shit, old ass.
You said life.
Yeah.
Like get in the
You
get
said
in the
life,
library.
Yeah.
life expectancy was 30 years old.
22 to 33.
And current, just for perspective,
like
currently
70.
it's 74.
It's like
Yeah.
a SoundCloud rapper.
Life expectancy for SoundCloud rappers.
Like that Juice line, like what?
27 Club, here I come.
No, fuck the 27 club. We ain't making it past 21 or something like that.
Yeah.
27
Crazy.
Club,
Who
here I
did you
come.
say?
Juice WRLD.
Oh, I was for some reason I was thinking Zombie Juice
I've never heard
from
of him.
Flatbush Zombie.
Oh,
In one of the songs it goes 27 Club, here I come.
oh.
Dude, his voice
That was-
is so fire, actually.
All of Flatbush. I love
yeah,
Flatbush.
Eric the architect.
Mm.
They got
Insane.
unique voices, but not ugly voices. Going back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they got noticeable.
All three of
voices.
them, dude.
100%.
You
Yeah,
got the
dude.
deep dude, you got the high pitched dude, and you got the relatively normal dude, but he's unique.
But his beats are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Flatbush.
This
Flatbush is sick.
This is one thing I want to go back to Roman Empire
Fuck
real
money,
quick.
fuck friends, fuck family. You know that one?
I don't
They
think
like.
so.
I think about the burning of Alexandria because it like always pops up in my recommended. Like, have you guys ever thought about how much shit?
That huge ass library.
Yeah, You guys know much about it?
No, I
It's
don't
like
even know what
this,
that is.
like
You guys should.
It's
'cause
like-
about in every fucking history class we ever taken.
it's basically just like it had like thousands of years of world history in it, and it just like
they had science shit in there.
yeah, like it like was in like thousands and thousands of years.
It
I
would
don't know
be
about thousands.
beautiful to have that science shit,
Oh, yeah,
especially for
and-
this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Like what medicine do they really have? Because that ties into science,
Yeah.
right? Like as far as we know, like they don't have much. But what if
True.
they had like something insane and then it got lost with time?
Right.
They have like even now they like I forget exactly
And
how it was,
translation.
but they had this weird way to make cement where it would like
Really?
it was like different than all the others, but it was like stronger and like it could be like made with water. I don't forget
I
exactly.
remember hearing about that.
Yeah,
vaguely,
I forget exactly how it was, but they had like a stronger version of concrete, and like they were
That's
pretty
solid.
advanced for like how much shit they had.
I
And,
mean,
like,
just
that-
the pyramids, dude.
pyramids are
Real quick,
freaky, dude.
crazy fact about the pyramids. The pyramids construction is closer in time to mammoths existing than it is to King Tut's rule.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, so when they were built, they're closer in time to the Ice Age than
Really?
Then like
Then-
the same like the
King
Egypt's
Tut.
ruling. Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking
When
insane.
were the pyramids in Mexico built?
Oh, you're talking Aztec shit, like
I'm talking
Mayans?
Aztec shit.
Let me look it
But
up.
like the actual, like the original, the OG pyramids,
Like Egypt
Yeah,
pyramids.
those are crazy.
Like Giza.
Y'all believe in aliens on that subject?
Yo,
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
There's gotta
There's
be-
no way we're the only ones.
It's
in
not
this
even-
No
universe.
way. There's no way.
There's
It's
like
just too big. It's too big.
Like,
there's a
even-
show I watched where like you think you're the only fucking sentient animals in the universe. Isn't that kind of ignorant? And it is. I mean, it's
Like, well,
huge.
even if people are
Here's-
like, oh, the odds of us existing is like 0.000, like times a billion, 1%. It's like then statistically there'd be multiple planets with
yeah,
life.
the
on
universe
it.
is big enough and it keeps going.
I mean, this isn't even the only universe. Like,
Exactly.
I guarantee you
That's
there's.
fucking-
That's
tons
what
of
I'm saying.
different
But then why
universes.
hasn't like someone been like developed or like technology hasn't advanced enough to where they can be like, let's go fucking.
I'll tell you
trap.
why.
Well, it
I'll tell you
could-
why.
it-
Because they would have to have a species that's sentient and also more physically durable than us to even travel the speed of light. And to get out of the galaxy is like
That's
too
true.
old.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying?
like
Because it's a scientific impossibility for a human to travel the speed of light. You
I'm
would
not
die.
smart enough for this conversation. But keep going. Keep going.
He would die if he traveled the speed of light. Is the problem?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think, or like there's a theory that like we're the most advanced and everyone else is just waiting on us.
Could be.
Like there's just a bunch of
I don't
theories like that.
agree
what
with
Where,
if we were the
that.
least advanced and like
I think that's where we're.
people are watching us like, who are these dumbasses?
I feel like we're
That's-
just like
yeah.
we're chickens running around with our heads cut off. I think
Yeah.
personally.
Except
Here's
Elon
the thing.
Musk.
It depends
that,
on.
love
that dude's got some knowledge.
I don't
For
know.
real.
I don't know where exactly where we are in the universe, but if we're closer to the edge, then we're newer. Is the bottom line. Because at the edge of the universe is when things are newly formed.
Don't say
We're-
the edge
like,
of the
we're
universe
like-
because that creeps me out,
Yeah,
dude.
we're-
It's freaky.
Like, we're right on the edge of the universe. What happens when we fall off?
But
you
see, we
guys-
have no idea where we are in the universe. If we're in the center, we're probably the most developed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We're
Center
talking-
towards the end, right? Like,
We're talking like the
I don't
universe
know.
is like we have like a flat universe theory here. Or
No, like the galaxy.
End of the universe.
I don't know, man.
You just fall off.
Dude, we don't
No,
know
like-
if it's flat or circular at all. We have no
Well,
idea.
all we know is the Earth is flat, and like everything else.
We know that
who
for
knows?
sure.
We know that for sure.
They have a lot of fucking. They call it the edge of the universe because they were able to kind of see it, but they know that it keeps going. It's still moving. Like,
Have you guys seen like the
How can they
blank-
kind of see it when
I don't know,
when
but
they
like,
know that
it's
it
like-
keeps
it's
going?
like it's like the Hubble telescope. It can only see so far. So like as far as we can see, we're like that's the edge of the known universe.
well, and them
Okay.
seeing it is mathematical equations,
Yeah.
essentially. So they can't.
It's so
see it.
crazy, dude. That
Have
you can just like try and calculate something
Nerds,
like that.
dude. But shout out.
I
the nerds.
wish I was a
crazy.
nerd, dude. I
Me
always
neither.
kind of
They
wish
do
I was
know
like,
they do know for sure that it is moving, like it's expanding.
dude. If
they
I was a
don't know for
nerd,
sure
I'd be
that.
rich as.
Oh,
I'd be
yeah.
so loaded.
So
I would be
fire.
so rich.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys seen like the blank space in the universe? There's literally just like one spot where researchers have like just looked and it's just like stars and planets and stars and planets and then just nothing. And then,
That's
and then
crazy.
like for like a while, like because it looks on a picture like it's an inch, but in real life it's probably like thousands of miles.
Millions.
And yeah, probably
billions.
millions and billions, and then just like stars and shit again.
Huh.
But like there is just like one spot where there's like nothing.
Black hole, maybe.
Could
No,
be.
no,
Well,
they would
there's
know
a-
if it's a black hole.
When you
Also,
can see
black
it, yeah.
hole.
And the
The
gravity
thing
is
that's
insane.
crazy about black holes is scientists are just like, yeah, we know they exist, have no idea what they are or how they work or where you're gonna end up or when you're gonna end up. It's like, how the fuck is that a real thing?
Dude, because we're on this
1000%.
subject, have you guys ever seen like, what's it called? I think it's Morgan Freeman. He does like Through the Wormhole. or something like that.
Yeah, I've seen like bits and pieces, but I haven't seen like it's a series, no?
Is it like a nature
Yeah,
documentary
dude.
type beat?
Dude,
Yeah.
it'll blow. Like seriously, go watch some of it. It'll blow your mind, dude.
Is it kind of like a nature documentary type thing?
It's
We're
like
talking
it's
documentary.
like
Like universe
it's like
documentary.
yes, but with
Okay,
Morgan
gotcha,
Freeman
gotcha.
as
And-
the
That's kind of heat.
So I've actually seen commercials for it like a lot, like probably a few years ago,
Yeah.
or a year ago maybe. I watched like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but I didn't. I wish I would have gotten more in depth into it. I need to look into that.
Dude,
That shit
it's
looks
What's
crazy.
it called again?
Through the wormhole.
Through the wormhole. Okay.
Wormhole.
Wormhole.
Is it? Oh, it is Morgan Freeman. I was thinking it was Neil deGrasse for some reason. For a sec.
That guy kind of pisses me off sometimes. I don't know why.
He's
like-
He's smart as hell.
His
though.
way of explaining shit pisses me off because I'm like, dude, Jack, sorry, I don't know thermodynamics. Like,
Yeah,
fucking nerd.
just
relax.
make it simpler.
Yeah, like,
He's
you're
a little bit condescending.
yeah, I'm like, dude, relax. I'm not like, because I read his book, what is it, like Astrophysics for People in a Hurry. In that book, it makes it so it's like it's like you understand it in a way, but then he'll talk
You
to
gotta
people
search
in.
up some words.
Yeah, and then he'll talk to he'll be in an interview show and he's like, "You're an actual fucking idiot for not knowing this." It's
Yeah.
like, whoa, relax.
We're
dude.
just not like
Patronizing.
you. We're
Exactly.
regular
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
with
exactly.
regular lives.
Exactly.
Like, what does he do in his life outside of all
yeah.
that shit?
So I don't know
He's an
thermo.
astrophysicist.
Yeah, I'm like, so I don't know thermonuclear dynamics of like stars being exploded. I'm sorry, I gotta pay for fucking rent this month, dude.
I gotta pay for Netflix,
Yeah,
dude.
come on,
Like,
come on, dude.
I don't have time to
My
do all that,
Crunchyroll
dude.
subscription popped
Exactly.
up.
Gas
dude.
price is insane right
Yeah.
now.
1,000%.
But one last thing I want to bring up, was the fact that like majority of the universe is made up by dark matter and antimatter, and they literally they're like, well, I mean, it's just it's not matter. I don't know.
Yeah, they like know it
They have no
exists, but
idea.
they're like, we don't know what it is.
Because it's not
Yeah,
matter,
that's-
and as far as we know, like everything has to be matter to exist.
Well, yeah, I think like there's also like going back to the whole alien thing. It's like, is there alien life in our solar system? Probably not. But like, is there? Because people are like, oh, it needs like water to survive, or it needs like oxygen to survive. It's like that's just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there could be a planet like a couple solar systems away that needs
has creatures that
literally
doesn't
like the
even
complete
need it.
opposite.
Yeah.
Who
They're
knows
like,
if Jupiter's got shit on it?
yeah,
That
they're
can
like
just survive.
they just like
That's so
don't
crazy.
need any. They like don't need any water, don't need any oxygen. That's how they roll.
And because we can't go there, we wouldn't know.
Exactly.
Moon. And what's crazy about the dark matter and antimatter shit is like that dark matter is just straight up like a couch is matter. It's not that. It's not anything
It's
in
like
this room.
mystery goo.
And then antimatter is like the deficit of what everything is.
It's like negative
like-
stuff.
And that's what like makes a
Do you
wormhole.
think it's just like blank space?
That's
Or
kind
is
of
that-
what they're
does that
saying.
sound like-
but then you got the
Because
antimatter.
I don't know any of this stuff or like anything about it. But like, imagine just being in like the universe and just seeing blank space. Like,
That would freak me out.
I've had a
Or
dream
sketchy.
before where I'm like stuck in blank space. Like everything around me is
Ooh.
just like white, like
Damn.
nightmare
That's
type of
horrific.
thing. And it's like, dude, like imagine if there's a space like that. And that's what dark matter is. I don't know.
And then there's
It's for-
antimatter, which is like the opposite. Like
Mm.
exactly, like it literally would. They said if we could harness some antimatter, we could make a wormhole we could fit a pencil through. I read a thing
So
about
insane. Just talk to Donnie Darko about it. That's crazy.
it. Yeah, we
For
were
real.
talking about that on Snapchat.
Dude, that's such a good
Donnie
show.
Darko is fucking goated.
So good.
Well, I mean, before we hit the hour, we should probably wrap it up. But it has been a fucking blast.
It's been an amazing
Yeah,
episode.
solid.
It's been fun as hell.
Solid. Flew by.
Oh, this one.
yeah, dude.
Like
I
how-
mean, I say it every episode, but this one flew by.
You-
Zach's trademark. Here.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's awesome.
Mine's gonna be talking about the boat that I used to have.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thanks. Thanks for being the first guest of the new podcast
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the new studio. It's sick.
Appreciate
Super
you, man.
You
sick.
delivered us a great podcast, and we haven't been doing clips. This one, there's definitely
Oh, there's
some
definitely a lot
potential
we
here.
could do.
Dude, dope. I'm happy to hear that.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we'll sign off, but thank you, Matt.
Yeah.
We
you,
do
what, you got
appreciate
anything
it.
you want to shout out? Any last words?
Dude, thank you guys. Everybody go run up my Instagram. No, I'm just playing. But no, thank you for having me on. This is sick.
Of course,
Like,
brother.
I mean, if you
This
really
is
want to,
super
if you
cool.
want to shout out yourself,
Yeah,
it's fine.
go.
Yeah.
If you want to shout something
Nah,
out, shout
dude, I'm
something out.
good. I'll just repost this on my Instagram for
Fuck
all the
yeah.
people that already
Word.
follow me.
Fuck yeah.
Appreciate
course.
it.
Well, till next week, we'll have episode 50 ready. So,
It's been a pleasure.
peace out.
Love
See
you,
you
boys.
later.
Super sick.